Well, I've myself had issues with mental health from the age really of when I was very young, but probably the age that I understood that there was something wrong and that I was struggling was about 11, 12. And I went through a lot of problems with my family. They were mentally unwell. My mum was suffering. She had a MS and ME, and she couldn't cope, and she was very depressive. And for me, I had nobody to lean on. My dad wasn't there to support me. So myself, I got very depressed, and from the age of about 11 to 12, I started to self-harm. And I knew why I was self-harming, because it took away the pain. And I wanted to stop, but there was nobody there. I got more and more depressed, so I turned to alcohol from the age of about 12, 13. And that led to smoking, which of course just led to drugs, pot, and then I got involved in some things in Manchester with some people, and from the age of 12 to 13 to 14 I was in a gang, and it wasn't your little gangs, it was a gang that dealt in drugs and protection for people, and I held my first gun when I was 14, and the self-harming was still there. All these issues were swirling around. I had people around me who were telling me that I'd be powerful through fear, but all I really feared was that I couldn't cope with myself, and there was nobody there to help me. If I could look back over the years when I was 11 all the way till 15, I just wish that there was somebody there for me, or something. As I said, I've seen psychiatrists, I've seen psychologists, I've seen doctors after doctors, and they offered support and help, but it was on that clientele basis. It wasn't somebody that I could talk to, relate to. There was just nothing there, whether it's in the school or in the NHS. There was just nobody willing to try and talk to me. They just said, stop what you're doing, try and be happy. But that's what led me to drugs and alcohol, because I thought that was happiness, but it wasn't. It came to a boiling point when I got took out of education at the age of about 13, and I didn't know what to do. My friends had left me because they labelled me as an idiot. My family could support me, but not much. They didn't know what to do. And what really helped me was a Christian organisation that came along, and it's part of the Alpha course, and I went along, and I did become a Christian, but that's not the main point that helped me. It was these people that had been through experiences like me, not at the same age because they were actually adults and they'd suffered through the adult life, but somebody to relate to. And these people became like secondary parents to me, somebody who knew how to cope. And within the space of a year, I was off whatever drugs I was taking. I was out of Manchester. I weren't seen with any weapon near me, any people that could harm me, and my temper just changed. My personality became what I'd always dreamed it of being, somebody that just wanted to care. And with this support of these people who, they weren't trained professionals, but they just knew how to talk to people and to understand that this person isn't an idiot, that he just needs help, just like we did. And it made me realise that, yeah, not only now am I back on track, but I should do something too. And it's been 8 years now since I've truly suffered, and it's been I'd say 5 years since I've been back on my feet. And since then, now my life has changed, where I am becoming a counsellor. I counsel suicidal teens, drug addicts, all the way up to the age of 30, 40. Anybody who wants to come to me, I'll help them. And now I'm working towards a degree in psychology, so I can apply this within the medical system, within the NHS, because our country, our public, needs to realise that we're all normal, we're all the same. We may be a bit different, but we can help each other if we just listen. So yeah, it's just somebody to be there, to understand me, to talk to me, help me become this boy who was ready to kill himself, to somebody who wants to stop others from doing things like that.
There was actually no help by the actual school itself, but an older member of the school pupils, well, kind of looked after me. How can I say, it was like a buddy, like a school buddy. Walked me around to class, walked about me in playgrounds and stuff like that, make sure that I wasn't getting picked on or antagonised in some sort of way. How did I feel? I felt safe, felt someone understanding me and basically there for me when I needed help. When I was reaching out for the school teachers and head teachers and which I wasn't getting no help or stuff like that.
Maybe rather than, you know, pushing a number at them saying, you know, if you've got a problem, ring this number, they could say, would you perhaps like me to ring them for you? Would you like someone to go with you to an appointment? Just offering different things like that so the person doesn't feel that they've got to do it all on their own.